Imagine walking into your usual airport, expecting a smooth check-in, but something's off. The lines are crawling. Security looks stricter. And suddenly, you're pulled aside not for a random bag check, but because of something you posted on social media last year. Welcome to air travel in 2025. Under former President Donald Trump's newly announced aviation overhaul, the skies aren't just turbulent, they're transforming into digital checkpoints. These aren't minor tweaks. They're sweeping changes that will impact every traveler, from seasoned jet-setters to first-time flyers. Love it or loathe it, you're not flying under the radar anymore. In this episode of Continental Explorer, we're dissecting the game-changing check-in policies that just shook the airline industry and your civil liberties. These rules are real. They're rolling out now. And they could drastically alter how you travel. So stay locked in. By the end of this video, you'll know what's coming, how to brace for it, and why your next flight could be unlike anything you've ever experienced. Policy 1: Surveillance at check-in, social media under scrutiny. Let's start with the shocker. Every traveler will now face mandatory social media screening. Yes, you heard that right. At check-in, TSA agents and airline staff could demand access to your digital life, your Facebook likes, Instagram comments, tweets, TikTok posts. Anything deemed suspicious, even memes, could get you flagged. No joke. Refuse to comply? You could lose your seat. No boarding pass. No refund. Supporters say it's about safety. They argue that digital footprints often reveal red flags before real-world threats emerge. But critics are raising alarms, big ones. Who decides what counts as suspicious? Is a sarcastic tweet about airport delays enough to land you on a watch list? Even worse, there's no clarity on what happens to your data. Is it stored indefinitely? Shared across federal agencies? Could it resurface in court or a future job interview? This is where it gets uncomfortable. Because once the government starts indexing your online life before a flight, the definition of security begins to blur into surveillance. Policy 2: The end of trust, PreCheck and global entry at risk. Next on the list, the slow death of trust-based travel programs. Under these new directives, your TSA PreCheck or global entry status can be stripped at any moment, without notice, without explanation, and with zero chance to appeal. 1 week, you're breezing past long lines. The next? You're flagged as high risk by a faceless algorithm. No reason given. Just a status update that drops you into full screenings alongside everyone else. Officials claim this move will close dangerous loopholes. Civil rights groups say it opens the door to unchecked profiling. Could political activists or outspoken critics find themselves quietly blacklisted? Will a misplaced tweet cost someone their traveler privileges? When algorithms dictate who gets to skip the line and who gets interrogated, we lose more than efficiency. We lose transparency and fairness in the skies. Policy 3: Your face is now your passport, and you can't say no. The most invasive update? Facial recognition will become mandatory at all U.S. airports. No opt-out. No exceptions. As soon as you hit security, your face is scanned, logged, and matched against massive government databases. That momentary glance? It's recorded. Forever? Possibly. Officials call it the ultimate upgrade: faster, more accurate, less human error. But studies have proven facial recognition tech fails more often than we'd like to admit, especially for people of color, women, and young travelers. False matches are not rare. they've already led to innocent people being detained. Under this policy, that risk increases. Worse, there's almost no transparency. Where is this facial data stored? Who has access? Could it be handed off to law enforcement, ICE, or private corporations? There's no clear answer. But here's what's clear: once this system is in place, reversing it will be nearly impossible. This is how surveillance systems spread from airports to city streets, from safety to permanent tracking. Compliance or cancellation, the new flying reality. Airlines are already piloting these measures. Some passengers report being pressured into facial scans, even when they ask for manual ID checks. Some are delayed. Others flat out denied boarding. The message is loud and clear: comply or don't fly. This isn't just about flying. It's about power, about how much privacy we're willing to trade for perceived protection. And once you give up your face, your posts, and your status at the airport, what's next? Are we entering a future where flying requires full digital surrender? What you need to do now. These policies aren't rumors. They're being implemented as we speak. So here's what you need to do. First, share this video. If someone you know is flying soon, they need to hear this. Second, speak up. Whether you support or oppose these changes, don't stay silent. Contact your representatives, engage in public forums, and raise awareness. And third, be prepared. Know your rights, understand what's being asked of you, and make informed choices before heading to the airport. Because once these policies become standard, the way we travel and the freedoms we once took for granted will never be the same. These aren't just policy updates, they're a litmus test for the future of freedom in transit. Are we creating safer skies or surrendering to invisible oversight? Are we catching real threats or building a system that punishes the outspoken, the different, the wrongfully flagged? Let's hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are these bold steps toward better security or dangerous steps backward for personal liberty? If this episode opened your eyes, hit that like button so this issue rises above the noise. Subscribe for more real talk the media buries at the bottom of the feed. And send this to someone planning their next trip. Because while the powerful fly private, the rest of us are left navigating longer lines, harsher rules, and shrinking rights. Stay curious. Stay informed. And join us next time on Continental Explorer, where we uncover what the headlines won't.